Hey guys, it's Coach Alicia here, and I am so excited that you've decided to be a part of my 5-day eating clean challenge. Now, I promise you, in the next several days, you are going to have fun exploring some new foods. You're also going to have fun trying out what healthier dishes look like and things that taste good. Now, I've spent the last day coming up with a meal plan that consists of about 15 to 18 different meals in which you can choose from over the next 5 days. So I wanted to bring you into my kitchen and show you a little bit about some of the staple items that are going to be a part of our clean eating challenge. So today we're going to talk about a little bit about clean eats and what does that look like and what are the few things that I recommend that you have in your pantry and for you to keep on hand as you're going through the clean eating journey. Now, let's talk about clean eating. Remember, with clean eating, we want to stick with items that are minimally processed, preferably organic or non-genetically modified ingredients. And we want to practice the 80-20 rule. So what does that mean? That we can eat as raw and clean foods as we can 80% of the time, and leave the 20% for whatever comes up. I know I've gotten to the point now where I try to do about that. I'm almost to the 85-90%, and so it's a gradual change into this. So we're not talking about dumping everything out of your pantry and out of your refrigerator just yet, but starting with a few ingredients. So let's talk a little bit about those clean eats and what those meals are going to look like. I have, like I said, about 15 to 18 meals that are going to be prepared for you. Now, what I'm going to have you do is you're going to get to go through the different recipes that I have and pick what you think that you would enjoy and like. Now, I will tell you some of the serving portions will feed a family. Now, if you're single or if there's only 2 people living at your home, then I would suggest that you would, maybe pick a few less meals because then you will have leftovers. And that means less prep and cooking for you. But I know for me, I'm a family of 5, always have people over, and so I'm always preparing more. So feel free to double your recipes. Now, I want to show you a few of my favorite things that I cook with all the time and that I have, and that's going to be a part of this clean eating challenge. The first thing is we're going to talk a little bit about salt here. Now, salt can be good or bad, depending on, what spectrum that you fall into. Things that are high in sodium, a lot of times that's a lot of processed foods because salt is a preservative and it also adds flavor. But listen, you need some type of salt in your diet. So I'm going to recommend that when you're seasoning things that you use sea salt. I have a sea salt here, grinder, bought it at Costco, amazing, cheap, but great salt. The other thing that I use a lot of times in my cooking, and I've totally gotten away from table salt, stuff that comes out of the shaker, and I use kosher salt, which basically is as you can see, is more of a crystallized form of salt, and it adds a lot more flavor. The other thing I feel like people are missing when they are trying to eat clean and also just eat a healthy lifestyle is they just don't know how to flavor their food right. Either they think no fat or no salt, and we've been taught all these different things, but there is some awesome herbs that God created for us to use and eat that just bring so much flavor to our food. So I will encourage you to go out, and if you don't have an herb garden or anywhere, somewhere to pick something up, the local farmers markets right now, they have lots of herbs. So I'm going to suggest start with something like basil. I have a basil plant here. I love basil. I put this in a lot of different recipes. You will see fresh basil, parsley, cilantro, chives in some of the recipes. So go ahead and use that. You know what? That's a free ingredient. A lot of our herbs, they are packed full of vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, and different things, and it's kind of a freebie, so eat the herbs. And so you can find those at your local grocery store, farmer's market. I know nowadays they come packaged in little plastic things hanging up in our local supermarket, so it's very available to get. The other thing that you're going to want to have on hand is you're going to want olive oil. Olive oil is very good for you. Most of the recipes are going to call for, between 2 tablespoons, depends on how much you're cooking, also making your own salad dressing. I have a recipe in there. And so I use this olive oil spritzer that I got from Pampered Chef. But if you can, stick away from the aerosol spray ones. But I get it, if you have it, try try olive oil. You know, even Aldi sells olive oil pretty economical these days. So make sure you have a bottle of olive oil. You're going to need that. And that is one of my staples is olive oil. So I always have that on hand. The other thing that I'm going to recommend that you have is coconut oil. Now I have a big old tub here, but you can buy it in smaller tubs if you want to try it out. I have some great recipes that include coconut oil. I put it in my oatmeal. I cook with it. It is very, very good for you. It's even recommended that you take a tablespoon or a teaspoon of olive oil and eat it a day. You can put it on your skin. It's a great thing to have on hand. So that is another oil that I have that's good. Some of my other favorite things that you're going to see, just very, very simple, is that if you don't have a nut allergy, using the nut butters, such as cashew, almond butter, sunflower, or peanut butter. The thing is you want to make sure that when you purchase it that you read the ingredients. You don't want to have some that have hydrogenated oils or palm oil or extra sugar or flavoring. Remember, part of our clean eating diet is we want to eliminate as much sugar as we can. And get away from the processed foods as much as we can. So you want to look at those ingredients. You know, I try to stick to 2 or 3 ingredients the most on my list. The other great thing that I have put on there is different types of breads. You know, so I don't know if you're sticking away from wheat, if you have a wheat allergy, and if you're going gluten-free, then that is great. The other thing is that if you are looking for a whole wheat, something that, you know, is quick and easy, there's a multi-grain organic one that I have found. Also, I recommend Ezekiel bread. I don't have a picture of that. I'm all out of that right now, but that is found in your local grocery store, usually in the freezer section, and so that's a great product. Also, you're going to want to have some honey on hand, something, if you can get a raw honey, something organic, minimally processed. So that is our key, is to find items that are minimally processed. The other things that you're going to want to have on hand, and I recommend this, we do this at our home, is that I have a big bowl of fruit always available, just sitting out. And it has created this good habit in our household that when the kids are hungry, they see the bowl of fruit and they say, can I have some fruit? And so it even helps me because I know I get the munchies during the day, and sometimes if my timing of meals is off, so this is a great thing to have on hand. The other thing I want to talk to you about is one of my favorite things is chia seeds. Now, I like to put chia seeds in a lot of different things, and so you will see in my one recipe is called for, it's a coconut and chia seed muffin. And so I found this coconut flour, which is great, and coconut seeds, and so I make that, and so you will see that recipe. So these are just few of the things that I'm really excited about to show you guys. Oh, one more thing. Homemade granola. This is so awesome to have on hand. Now the homemade granola, I have the recipe on there for you. This is a great topper to put on top of your yogurt. You can, you know, eat this with some milk, some almond milk, some whatever your choice is, but homemade. So you know what the ingredients are, and we're eliminating a lot of the sugars, a majority of that, and so I'm excited for you guys to be a part of this challenge. And so what I'm going to do in this group is I'm going to post this video, and then also I will be posting the link to the meal plans. And then I'm going to give you a blank meal plan for you to fill in. So I want you to take some time and kind of check it out. See what you like, see what you don't like. And then we'll go ahead and make that plan so that this weekend you have the plan in which you can go ahead and you can begin your grocery shopping trip and planning it out. Because I believe if we have a plan in place, together we can succeed. So I thank you so much for checking out this video. I'm honored to be able to coach you through what I have learned. And together we can all learn more about our own health and our own fitness and achieve those weight loss goals and those health goals. So I will be talking to you guys later. In a few more days we kick off. All right, let's go.